Boom. Look at that. There's good sportsmanship, and then there's this. Anthony Joshua destroys Alexander Usyk's belts, throws him out of the ring, scuffing him up after he loses part 2, the rematch with Alexander Usyk. Once again, roll the clip. Look, he just chucked him right out the ring and walks off. And Alexander Usyk's like, what the heck? Like, oh, you just gonna disrespect my belts like that? And yeah, it's mad. Belts don't matter. And then Usyk went to check on his belts. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Heavyweight fight just happened. Congrats to the Ukrainians, Alexander Usyk, also Ukraine. It was a big win for them because of what's going on politically, the whole landscape. If you guys know, Russia is invading the Ukraine, etc. So it was good for Ukraine to get a dub, I guess you could say, and a victory in this situation. Now, what I didn't like is what I just showed you at the beginning, Joshua chucking the belts out of the ring after Usyk beats him. Listen, the fight was a solid fight. You know, they had some good action and whatnot. And Joshua lost fair and square. They said it was a split decision. I'll break down that aspect. But for me, Usyk pieced him up. Like, it really wasn't, a situation where I was confused at the end of the fight. In fact, I was of the belief that Anthony Joshua needed a knockout to win. He truly needed a knockout to win, and he didn't get that. He hurt Usyk in round 9, but, you know, there were moments that Joshua had where he performed, but all in all, he was waiting, he was taking too long, and he was almost like hypnotized and mesmerized and constantly thinking about what to do next. Usyk's just a more skilled fighter. It's just what it is. Joshua is stiff. He's big, pause. You know, he's like robotic and stiff, and he's more upright and more robotic. He just can't keep up. Usyk, he's pivoting, parrying, moving, slipping inside, grooving. He's more fluid. The level of fluidity that Usyk has is just remarkable. You know, he's a southpaw on top of that. So as far as the fight, I didn't have a problem with the fight. Joshua tried. It's boxing. But what I do have a problem with is him throwing the belts out the ring. I think that's just in poor taste. I mean, some people believe that you perform better than you did in the first. I don't know that I actually agree with that. Like, I mean, I guess because he had moments, and there were moments where he hurt Usyk versus the first fight, he didn't really hurt Usyk that I can recall. That wasn't as apparent or noticeable. So in that regard, I guess you could say Joshua did a little bit better. But I guess based on who Joshua is, the physical specimen and the size and stuff, I wasn't all too impressed as if Joshua did these remarkable things. I didn't really see that. I've seen the same flaws that Joshua has exuded in other fights right here in this fight, you know. But all in all, it was a fun fight, and it should have just been that. But Joshua, because when I was watching this, I was doing the Boxing Ego watch party, BWP. And shout out to everybody who joined. They're so fun for me. Make sure you guys subscribe, catch the next one. I enjoy them. So it's hard for me to capture and watch everything. But I was doing a live stream, watching the fight in real time. So you guys go watch my Boxing Ego watch party. Hit the subscribe button for the next one. And I noticed that Joshua, the scene that you see the screen cap from, he was holding the belts. So I'm like, that's weird, because I knew he had just lost. So I'm like, why is Joshua right here holding the belts up? That's like almost a pose that a fighter would be doing, posing for the photographers. Like, Joshua actually has pictures like this, right? Where he won fights, let's say Carlos Takam or Joseph Parker, and he's holding the unified belts, or he's holding the belts up. So when I seen that, I'm like, why is he holding the belts up? You know, I've seen rare occasion where a fighter who won tells the loser of the fight to hold the belts up, but Usyk was in the background. So I was like, that doesn't sound similar. That doesn't sound like it's the case, because if anything, Usyk would have walked up to him and handed him the belts, and I would understand it. So I was very puzzled and befuddled with Joshua even having the belt in his hand. I was like, why is he holding him? Like, that just didn't make any sense for me. And then I found out why he was holding him. He was holding him. I don't know exactly what he was saying. I'm pretty good with reading lips, pause, but I don't know what he was saying. And he was just, I guess, trying to demonstrate by destroying Usyk's newfound, actually not newfound because he was the champion, but by destroying Usyk's hardware, he was trying to make a demonstration, and he threw the belts out the ring. So I think it was a sour moment. Joshua probably hurt that he lost the fight, which is cool. I understand the emotions. Then after it looked like he was going to fight somebody, and people were like, what's going on? Then he gets out the ring and he starts walking to the dressing room, and then he comes back and he has this like rant, this type of tirade where he's just going off ranting, talking about how he used to sell drugs and he beat his case and he could have been on the streets, but now, you know, boxing saved his life. And it was very, very bizarre. All in all, this behavior from Joshua is concerning. You know, at least the good thing is there's a lot of mental health awareness in boxing, and some people are very sympathetic to that. And you know, you have excuse to pull out of fights and stuff right now if you cite mental health awareness. But it was very bizarre. The whole run, I mean, from grasping Usyk's belt, like you lost the fight and you're holding his belts, and then you're yelling at the crowd. It's like almost like some craziness when Mike Tyson was like, hey, come and say that to my face in front of everybody. And like he's like yelling at the crowd. I don't really know what Josh was hoping to gain from this, but I thought it was in poor taste. You're a former champion and you're the loser. It's not even your property at this point. You look, he threw him out the ring, and I don't know if it landed on the table. Like, I would be upset. Like, that's Usyk's, bro. He just fought for his country, who's at war, and that's his property at the moment until someone could beat him. And you're throwing his belts on the ground or on a table, his hardware, because he entered the fight as a champion, that could get scuffed up or scratched up, or, you know, a piece, you know how they have little emblems of Muhammad Ali and stuff, piece could get broke or a corner get broke, you know. And I'm like, me, I have OCD with certain things. So if something was wrong with the belt, that will forever bother me until it's repaired. You see what I'm saying? Like, when I see something, I can't unsee it. So I just thought, all in all, this was a bad look for Joshua. Not only the performance, where again, you had moments where you did good, but to disrespect the sport and disrespect your opponent who beat you fair and square. Like Triple G, a lot of people thought he beat Canelo. He was probably emotional and upset. He was no longer undefeated after the first fight. He was probably upset that he felt robbed, but he didn't do nothing like that. Hey, no guys in Max's punch. You know, he didn't disrespect the belts, because even if you were mad at the decision, it ain't Usyk's fault. It ain't, you know, Canelo's fault. And look at Usyk, it's just looking at him like, man, you tripping. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's, and then he went over there to check on the belts. Like, that's my stuff. And he just, I don't know, I just felt Usyk fought his heart out, and he was owed better treatment than Joshua to do that random rampage or whatever that was. And then that rant at the end, it just made, to me, it made Joshua look bad. It made him look like a sore loser. And I don't really prefer that, you know? And it's funny, some people complain when Adrian Broner got beat by Maidana and he just beelined it out and walked out the ring, and old media complained. But see if they complain about Eddie Hearn's event. Let's see if they complain about Joshua's behavior. See, I keep it all the way even Steven. Still be a professional in your victories, in your losses. And again, as far as that rant about selling drugs, I mean, he's cussing in Saudi Arabia and all this type of stuff. It's just very weird behavior, bizarre, and Joshua seemed unstable. Let me know how I did in this video. Subscribe, SLC, subscribe, like, and comment. I am the best in the business. And I'm introducing Super Thanks right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We work.